Meaning is pretty simple to understand. Basically, describing the certain characteristics and traits of a certain person. Or not person, but anything in particular. Now, the definition can be quite simple, but it seems like our world is struggling to understand it. For example, Muslim discrimination or African American discrimination, chaos, violence, plagiarism against these people, people getting beat up because they're called so-called Muslims, or not Muslims, but terrorists, Taliban, Al Qaeda, and a pretty simple term and quite common, bombers. This is a huge issue because these people don't understand the definition and meaning of these people, of these Muslims, and because that they're ignorant to find their meaning and just revert to stereotype them as so-called bombers, Al Qaeda, Taliban. Although they are totally not those extremist groups and they're just trying to live their life ordinarily. They're just innocent people who just come from that typical race. A huge problem in society. Or, for example, a much more modern and present problem is, for example, Israel and Palestine. People. People are beating up Muslims. People who look so called like Palestinians because they are terrorists. This is totally false. Showing that how our world doesn't understand the meaning of each other. That I'm probably not Palestine, a person says. But then there's other group of people who are ignorant to find the true definition and meaning. And because of that, they say that person is Palestinian and beat them up. This is a huge problem. Because by doing this, it leads to chaos, violence, the peace disrupted. A huge problem in our society as a whole. Or let's go ahead and move more into the European area, Russia and Ukraine. If Russia and Ukraine have understand each other, there would have been no war. Instead, a negotiation could have been made, and the peace could be made instead of disrupted. But because they don't understand each other, the meaning of each other, they can't do that. A huge problem in our society, not only in the United States, but everywhere across the damn world. So, definition of meaning may be a simple term, but our world is struggling to understand it. It's because we're ignorant to find the true definition and meaning of one another. Nation to nation, war to war, chaos to chaos. Discrimination is coming by the minutes, and our society needs to take steps together in order to stop this from being a huge problem. Our world can be peaceful, but we need to take a step into this direction in order to help these people before it's too late. Next topic, we're going to talk about Benjamin Disraeli. Damn false statistics. Damn lies, says Benjamin Disraeli. Benjamin Disraeli is was a prime minister of the United Kingdom in the 1800s. And he has interviewed with politicians. And he's probably pointing out a huge problem in our government. Politicians lying? Maybe he's pointing that out. Since a prime minister wouldn't just basically say, damn lies, damn statistics, all these are lies. There has to be some sort of connection. That connection is the government. He's trying to point out that politicians and government officials are lying to the public. And because there's no trust being built upon that, it causes the government and the public people to disconnect from each other. Relationships between government and the people broken. And because of that, like in films and movies, governments are depicted as negative and the people as positive. This has been implemented into cultures. Gang violence against the government. People against the government. By making trust and not making so-called lies, according to Benjamin Disraeli, we would have connections between the government and its people. There will be no break in a relationship. There will be harmony and peace. But our government just lies. Politicians making up false excuses. And because of that, the public don't trust the government. They're not guaranteed with the government that they can be trusted. Because they're not trusted, the relationship between people and their government is utterly gone. or damaged. This is a huge problem in our society, as if we don't solve this, it'll cause worldwide outbreak. America, Republicans, Democrats, all alike, they're still part of the government. And because they don't have trust in each other with the people, it causes a break between the government and the public's opinion. This is a huge problem because the government's job is oriented in trust with the people. Put trust into these people, into the government. But the government isn't really doing that. A huge problem. They are failing to living up to this mission and objective. Because of that, it's becoming a huge problem in our society. But this isn't the end. We can still do this. The government needs to reconsider what they're doing, and instead needs to put their truth into them and be more honest with its people. By doing this, they'll be able to connect more with their people. Instead of being negatively viewed in cultures like movies, they might be viewed positively. This is just one step. There's so many steps that can take place. But this is the main step in order to create harmony and peace with the people and the government. Thank you.